Hey, what is up you guys? How is it going? Welcome to the Ecomhunt YouTube channel. My name is Shadban and I will be your guide for this video. In this video, as you're accustomed, we're gonna make a news video. We're gonna talk about major things that are happening around the world that you should know about, like dropshipping and e-commerce related stuff. So in this video, first of all, I wanna talk about something amazing that's taking over the marketing world right now, and that is TikTok. Make sure to watch this video because I'm explaining about the TikTok phenomenon and why it has become so popular and why you should think about migrating a bit towards that platform. Second of all, there's some bad news. Facebook ads are getting pretty expensive, and I'm talking about the details in there. I'm talking about why, when, how, what's happening with the iOS update, and so on and so forth. Last but not least, Christmas is just around the corner, and you'll have some strategies for me in there. You have some news about Christmas and what you should do, how you should approach Christmas, and that you can always do this because Christmas is not a limited set date. You can always get prepared for Christmas, even before, even a bit after Christmas. So I have a plan for you there, so you should go and check it out. It's at the end of the video, and basically I'm teaching you how to approach Christmas as a dropshipper. So without further ado, let's get this party started. So guys, let's get this party started and let's talk about the elephant in the room for a bit. We all know about TikTok. It's this amazing platform that apparently everybody's going crazy about lately. Everybody's using TikTok. I don't know what's happening or what's being put in our drinks or in our coffees or whatever, but I think it's some TikTok magic. Everybody uses TikTok lately, and I find it really intriguing because if you think about it, like 2 or 3 years ago, they didn't even exist. I mean, they were founded in 2016, but they had a slow growth, and now they have the biggest growth in the world. 1.5 billion. Just think about this. The whole earth has 7 billion people, and TikTok will reach 1.5 billion users in the next year. It's amazing how fast can a social media platform grow. Now, I find it funny because people like my father and my mother, my parents are 55 years old, and they are not technology avid. They don't like that much technology, and they don't have social media. They are not that active on social media. But they keep sending me TikToks, and I find this pretty funny. I find it hilarious. So people that are not even interested in social media are digging TikTok like crazy, and they keep sending me out. Like last night, I received a TikTok from my father at like 1 a.m. I mean, what are you doing? Why aren't you sleeping? And that's not only the case for my father. There's a lot of people who are doing this, and TikTok is gaining a rapid increase in its users. You cannot blame them because TikTok is really catchy. It's an amazing platform where you can see a lot of stuff, entertain yourself, and it brings you in their infinite loop of videos that you cannot escape from. I feel like it's something like that sometimes, and I use it sometimes myself. When I wake up, I look at TikToks and I look at the watch, and I see that 40 minutes have passed and me looking at TikToks, and I say, oh my god, I have to stop this. I have to stop using it so much. But this is a pretty good strategy for us, for dropshippers and for e-commerce enthusiasts, because things are shifting. Because we can think about paid ads for TikTok, which of course are amazing. Now you should think about this as a new wave of customers that are coming and are using a presumably new platform, and you could make them watch your videos. But the thing is that TikTok videos and TikTok ads are different, so you should think about making an ad strategy for TikTok, because it would do amazingly well. TikTok is doing amazing numbers in marketing, and it's actually at almost like it's competing with Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and all that. And these bigger companies such as Snapchat and Instagram and Facebook, they made features to copy TikTok and to make it look like TikTok, like Instagram Reels, for example, and Facebook. Facebook came up with something like that as well, but they came up with these services to compete with TikTok. They weren't there before TikTok, and that gives you something to think about, right? So let's read a bit of this article. TikTok is expected to reach 1.5 billion monthly active users in the next year. That will make the social app one of the quickest to reach this threshold in approximately 34 quarters. Why such a rapid ascent? TikTok has benefited from platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, training consumers to spend a portion of their day pursuing social media. Basically, the platform was already there. The people were already there. They were spending a lot of time on social media, and the customers were already there. You just had to know how to get them. Now, the thing with TikTok is that they have an amazing algorithm that keeps you looped in their stream of videos, and they are making this amazingly well, and they know how to do this. I even have TikTok on my phone as well, and I find it pretty entertaining. I mean, I'm always scrolling, I'm always looking what other people do, and it can take a toll on your life because they are really, some of them are funny, some of them are motivational, and it keeps you there, right? And that's amazing news for you, because if a person spends a lot of time on TikTok, it means that you have another person who will see your ads additionally, right? And there are billions of people in the world who will do this, and I think that it's time for you to get in this train. And I would say, in my personal opinion, that it's still early. It's not that early like 2 years ago, 1 year ago, but it's still in its earlier stages, and marketers are starting to migrate into TikTok. I find this a huge news for social media advertisers, because if you take a look at some numbers and you see their market share, you will see that every month every month TikTok is gaining more and more and more, and that's a big question mark that you should put yourself and think about migrating a part of your ad spend to TikTok as well, because that would be an amazing strategy for you. Now you have a top 10 countries right here, ranked by TikTok user growth, and Malaysia, UK, Denmark, France, Italy, Germany, Norway, Finland, Spain, and Russia. Now, they were banned in India I think it says something like this. Yeah, despite in June 2020, they were banned in India, and India was one of its top markets, and they don't care about it. They don't seem to care. They seem to keep growing and growing and growing. So my advice to you would be to take a look at TikTok and start digging into advertising on TikTok, because it's a gold mine if you know how to do it properly. Now you can do paid ads, or you can do free advertisement. Now paid ads, we all know how those work. You have one step ahead of Facebook, because I'm going to talk about this in the next step of this video. Facebook has become a little bit more expensive, and this is why paid ads on TikTok would sound a lot better. You should always diversify your streams of income, and TikTok is one of them. Now, paid ads, we all know what are those. Free traffic. Free traffic means when you are making TikToks and you are using like hashtags, so the video will be automatically promoted, like people will start to see it organically, right? And that's free traffic. And if you compare free traffic on TikTok with free traffic on Instagram and Facebook, you would do a lot better on TikTok, because the platform is made that way, and you can benefit from free advertising, from just making a video, taking time to make a video on TikTok. Use a layout that you find funny and you find that has a lot of views, and use the right hashtags, and there you go. You can just launch your first TikTok post, and you will see how well it would do. I remember that I did my first TikTok like 1 year ago when the pandemic started, and I did like a funny thing of myself being dragged on a treadmill, and I was thinking that I'm in an airport, and I got my luggage from the treadmill, and I got like 50,000 views overnight, and it was like, what? This is crazy. I would have never accomplished something like this on Facebook. And yeah, basically this is what I wanted to say about TikTok. It's really important for you to keep this in mind, because TikTok will take a big portion of the market by the end of this year, and you should be there. So let's talk about the next thing, Facebook ads. Now we have a little problem here, and what I'm gonna tell you is a bit of bad news, I would say. So Facebook ads costs are up, despite them working on iOS problems. Now, you remember that I talked about Facebook ads a while ago, and I said that they will have a big problem because iOS came up with a user agreement, so you would have to agree to be tracked in order for Facebook to see your preferences and for you to be able to target the iOS users. And apparently that didn't go well for Facebook, especially, right? Because a lot of people are opting out of the tracking thingy, and Facebook does not quite appreciate this. They expected some numbers, but the numbers were a lot more different that Facebook expected, and a lot of people that are using iOS devices have opted out of the tracking. This is bad news for Facebook advertisers. Now, there were a lot of months where Facebook promised us that they would work on this and they would make the costs a lot less, and it would be a little bit more bearable, and you could work on this. But it seems like nowadays, as I'm speaking right now, Facebook has not done a pretty good job at keeping our costs low, and even the targeting, and even that it's pretty bad. Now, what I would recommend you to do is to just target Android, right? At the detailed targeting, when you are targeting, just target Android users and go with that, right? What's there to lose, right? If you're just taking the iPhone users out of the question, right? And you are using Android users only, because you know that Android users don't have this problem and they are being targeted and retargeted correctly. You can target Android users and you can track them correctly, right? Because that's where the problem is. The problem is with the tracking. Next up, if you still want to target iOS users, I don't blame you. I mean, iOS users take a big portion of the market, and I would still think about them. But if you don't want to have any kind of problems, just target the Android users. If you still want to target the iOS users, make sure that there are ways to track them correctly, because that's really important. You could use other sources than Facebook Analytics. So for example, you could use Google Analytics and start using UTMs, so you know where the traffic is coming from, so you know where the sales are coming from. You can track them better. I showed you in the past videos how to do this, how to set up UTMs, and how to find out where can you track your ads, and how can you know where is the traffic coming from. With Facebook ads, if you're not familiar with this, it's crucial. It's really important for you to know where the traffic is coming from, because otherwise you would be dead silence in the night. You would be in like a mist. You wouldn't know where the money is coming from. You wouldn't know how to scale. You wouldn't know anything, right? It's just a sale that came out of nowhere and you wouldn't know what to do with it. So it's really important to have this in mind and to have your battle strategy on this. And the best we can do is to wait to see what's gonna happen, right? We can only wait and be prepared for what's gonna happen. And you can follow these two things that I have talked about. And last but not least, Christmas is just around the corner, and I want you to take advantage of this, right? Christmas is one of the most important holidays in the world. A lot of people are celebrating Christmas, and this is another reason to spend more money, because on Christmas we are offering presents to loved ones and to our friends, and that's why everybody spends money like crazy. And this is the month where all of the sales go up, and you can profit from this, especially as a dropshipper, because we dropshippers tend to sell products that are pretty nice, and by doing that we have a slight advantage, because there's a huge market for us out there. Now, I'm gonna give you some tips. First of all, I want to tell you that Christmas is not a date, right? It's not 24th of December and that's it. Don't think about it as a date, and don't put yourself in a deadline and in a position where you know that Christmas is in 24th of December and you got to do something until then, right? There are lots of variations, and there are lots of people who are involved in this Christmas spending frenzy, and you should know that people will buy presents a lot before Christmas and a lot after Christmas in some cases, right? So think about it as a holiday that a lot of people are gonna miss, and a lot of people are gonna be early on. This is why you have to be ready all the time, right? For example, there are some people who might be getting cold, and they I don't know, they are gonna stay in bed, and they are not much like I don't know, like a Christmas person. Their friends will think to buy them something for the occasion because it's Christmas. I don't know, sell them some hot yoga pants, some warm blankets that are funny or something like that. Dropshippers do really well with these products, and they are pretty nice examples for Christmas. Second of all, emails, 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 emails. Don't forget about emails. This is why I repeated it so many times. Emails are so important nowadays that you cannot miss emails, especially on Christmas. Now, you have to build your email database so far. So far, you need to have some users in there. You need to have some interaction with your websites and some people giving you their emails. That is crucial. Why am I telling you this? Because somebody who gave you their email means that they have a little interest in your brand, and you can use those people to make a killing on Christmas, to make a bomb marketing session with them, and you basically have a list of people who are interested in your product. It's like being Santa Claus and having a list of people who have been naughty and nice, and you know which ones to target, and you have the list there, but that list is not made out of names, it's made out of emails. That's why it's so important to have emails, because once you have a email marketing app such as, I don't know, Shopify email, they already have one integrated, or MailChimp or something like that, or Klaviyo, you can send out emails to these people letting them know that you have Christmas discounts, that you have free shipping on Christmas, that you have better prices, that you have new products, or you can just let them know that new stuff is happening on your store and they should be there, right? Emails are crucial, man. I use emails a lot, especially on Christmas time, and basically every kind of holiday. I use emails a lot because they bring me an additional stream of income only for me having a little effort and writing a piece of text telling people what's new on my store. After that, you can try doing some flash sales with Instagram influencers. A flash sale is something that works really well, especially on holidays such as Christmas, because a lot of people can just scroll on Instagram, or we've spoken about this on TikTok or whatever, where they are following a lot of people, right? And those people are being influencers. You can contact those influencers and make them do a story, a 24-hour story of your store having a flash sale. You can pay them, you can give them a cut of the profit, you can give them a free product for them to use in the video. There are countless ways to work with Instagram influencers and other kinds of influencers, but it's really important for you to do that, right? It doesn't matter in which way you're doing that. Influencers are part of the future right now, and influencer marketing is going really well because a lot of people are using social media. That's what's so important about it. Now, with more people using social media, there's more people following influencers, and that's why you need to be there. You need to send influencers some products. I think that this is one of the best way to do this, because if you send an influencer a product, they can test it out, they can make a video out of it, and they can put it on their story, which is being followed by thousands of people. And that's like the easiest way to do so. If you don't want to wait for that, you can just pay them, bargain with them at a price, and they can just advertise your store, they can just advertise your product and do a flash sale. They're going to tell their audience something like, hey, this store XYZ is doing a flash sale for Christmas, 20% off. Jump on them right now, and they will have a click the link below on the story, and if they click the link, they will get them to your store. It's really easy. I highly recommend you to start doing this. Now, in order for you to do this, you got to work a bit. You gotta send them messages, right? You cannot win the lottery if you're not playing. That's a old saying here. You gotta send some messages, and don't only send 1, 2, 3. Send like 50 messages a day. Make lists of celebrities, of Instagram influencers that you would like to work with. Not exactly celebrities, they are influencers. Make a list of them and start DMing them, and do that. Make it as a job. Do this for 30 minutes a day. Just send out a DM, be friendly, be open to work with them, tell them how you like their page and how you would like to work with them and how open you are to a collaboration. And some of them will respond. Not all of them will reply, and this is something that's discouraging people. And I hear a lot of people saying that, oh, I messaged like 5 people and none of them responded. Of course, you dummy. What are you expecting? They are getting 1,000 messages a day. You gotta be really precise with your messages, and you gotta send like 50 a day. That's why I'm telling you to message a lot of people, because it's really, really important for you to get out as many as you can, because only a percentage of them will respond. And from those who will actually respond, only a percentage of them will want to work with you. And that's where you can choose. Once you are down to like 5 influencers who want to work with you, you can start choosing from them which is the best fit for you, or you can work with all of them. It depends on your budget as well. This has a budgeting issue just like Facebook ads. And last but not least, retargeting. This is also really important. Why am I talking about retargeting? Retargeting is basically targeting to a warm audience. You are targeting somebody who already went on your store. So it would be a pity for you to waste such an opportunity to grow, to waste such an opportunity to draw a customer, a potential customer that was interested in your store in the past. And that's why I always recommend you to set up a audience that has interacted with your store and advertise to that audience. I usually use like $2 or $3 per day for retargeting budgets, but something really important that I have in mind is that I always, this is a golden rule, always have retargeting ads running, because the audience that is made out of people who have interacted with your store is dynamic, and it will always change. It will always shift its form, and it will always have new people in it. So once you're running normal ads and some people will enter your store, the retargeting audience made out of people who have interacted with your store will also change. And that's why you always have to keep running ads to them, because people who are gonna see your store, they are gonna leave and they are maybe gonna forget about your store. And like 90% of people do this, right? They are just leaving the store and they will never come back. This is why you have to retarget them. This is why you have to remind them that they forgot something in the cart, or that they have visited your store and didn't bought anything, and you have to keep them warm. You have to keep the traffic warm, because these people have been warm for a second or two or minute or two and they left. If you don't keep them warm, they will become cold and they will forget about you. This is why it's called warm traffic, and that's why retargeting works so good, because you are basically advertising to a warm audience. That's it. So guys, that was it for this video. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for watching the video. Now, make sure to note down every important aspect that I've talked about in this video. Make sure you get educated about TikTok, because that's where the future lies. Make sure you get educated about how Facebook marketing works nowadays, especially with the iOS update, and how can you mold yourself as a marketer around that. And last but not least, I hope you have watched the Christmas part. If you didn't, go back and watch the Christmas part, because I'm dropping some knowledge bombs in there for you as a dropshipper and how to approach Christmas this year. That was it. Please leave a like to this video, because it would greatly help us with the YouTube algorithm. And last but not least, if you have enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button, because you would help us grow a lot. Now, thank you for watching and see you next week. Bye-bye.